morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire. Welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs and moving averages, today's support, resistance, and pivot levels, and the Fibonacci's. It is Monday, the 16th of August. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, it's bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 46,621. Take another run at the first major resistance level at 47,770. Going to need to see Bitcoin find plenty of support from the broader market to avoid a pullback to sub 47,500 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 48,000 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 49,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 48,519. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 45,872 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub 45s. Second major support level sits at 44,723. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day following yesterday's bullish cross. That's coming off the back of this morning's rally. On the EMAs, that's a bullish signal with the 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 46,621, break back through that first major resistance level at 47,770 to bring 50,000 levels into play. Going to need plenty of support from the broader market to break out from that second major resistance level at 48,519. Ethereum against US dollar, positive start to the day. Going to need to Ethereum avoid the pivot at 3249 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 3385. Going to need to see plenty of support from the broader market, however, for Ethereum to break out from the 23.6% fib at 3369. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 3400 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 3500 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 3460. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 3175 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Ethereum should still well clear of sub 3000 levels. Second major support level at 3039 should limit any downside. Looking at the MACDs, slight narrowing of the bullish histogram this morning, but no signs of a bearish cross, so keep an eye on that for direction through the early part of the day. On the MAs, more significantly, the 50s pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 3249 and break through this morning's high 3341.47 to bring the 23.6% fib and that first major resistance level into play. Failure to do that, support levels will come into play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, also positive start. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 182 to take another run at the first major resistance level at 189. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from this morning high 18774. So barring an extended rally on the day, that first major resistance level and resistance at 190 should cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin target 200 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 193. Fall through the pivot will bring the 23.6% fib and the first major support level at 178 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 170. Second major support level 171 should limit the downside. Looking at MACDs, slight narrowing of the bullish histograms this morning, but no signs of a bearish cross, so keep an eye on that. On the MAs, bullish signal with the 50 pulling away from the 100 and 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key, avoid the pivot at 182, move through this morning's high 187.74 to bring resistance levels into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, positive start. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the pivot at 1.2873. to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1.3476. Plenty of support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 1.34s. So barring an extended rally on day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 1.34898 to cap any upside. In the event of another rally, should see Ripple's XRP target the second major resistance level at 1.4093. Fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1.2255 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 1.15s. Second major support level at 1.1652 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we have a narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day. So keep an eye out for a possible bullish cross. On the MAs, the 50s pulling away from the 100 and 200. That's supporting this early morning upside and suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid fallback through the pivot at 1.2873 a move back through to 1.34 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will come into play.